Hey friends, welcome to my series on The Lazy Genius Way, a book written by Kendra Adachi. Kendra's 13 principles center around being a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't. Some of the principles will have their own video, and some videos may cover multiple principles in one. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Audrey. I've been married to my husband Josh for 23 years, and we have 8 children ranging from 8 to 22 years old. In fact, we brought our first son home from the hospital on our first anniversary. So you might say we were all about productivity and efficiency from the very beginning. We live on a 6-acre homestead in the Midlands of South Carolina. My husband's a web developer, and I own a residential cleaning company, as well as being a business instructor for an online conservatory. My presence here on YouTube has centered around finding joy in simplicity. In the midst of a crazy, fast-paced society, we strive to pursue simple living. Most of my children were or are homeschooled. We produce a lot of our own food. All of our parents live here on the farm with us, in their own homes. And the majority of my work is done from home. We prioritize the relationships in our lives over some of the other things that society promotes that really pull families in separate directions and leave little time for gathering around the dinner table each night. Over the next several videos, we're going to explore Kendra's 13 Lazy Genius principles in depth and how I've implemented them in my life. Today, we're starting with Principle 1, Decide Once. We have so many decisions to make on a daily basis. The Decide Once principle eliminates the need to continually make the same similar decisions over and over by deciding once. The idea is you make a decision about a specific aspect of your life and you stick with that until it no longer serves you. This reduces decision fatigue and simplifies your routines. As you listen to this video in all the ways I've decided once, think about how many things you can lazy genius in your daily life by deciding once as well. Some areas might include what's for dinner, gifts, whether that's for teachers, friends, children's birthdays, hospitality, like potluck or bringing a meal to someone, date night, cleaning supplies, body products, travel logistics, and morning and bedtime routines. One way I've decided once is gifts. When I'm giving gifts to friends, if I don't have a specific gift in mind, I give them some of my homemade body products like tallow balm, chapstick, or bar soap. For teachers, at Christmas, they receive a homemade ornament and a gift card. And for end of the year, they receive a gift card and a thank you card because I've learned that teachers receive way too many coffee mugs, homemade hot chocolate, thermoses, blankets, and beach towels. When my children are invited to birthday parties, whether it's teenagers or young elementary, my child chooses their friend's favorite candy and a $10 or $15 gift card to wherever they'd like. My Mondays are at home. Very few exceptions. I don't schedule meetings, appointments, grocery trips, nothing. I need my Mondays in order to set myself up for success for the rest of the week. If you want to see what happens when I make an exception on rare occasions, check out my most recent video titled, I Desperately Needed This. I decided once that force of nature would be my cleaner of choice for 90% of the tasks in my home. Toilets, glass, countertops, floors, showers, you name it, I use force of nature. It's natural, safe, economical, and unscented. Every 3 months, I receive a refill box of these little ampules that I add to filtered water in this little machine that you can order from their website. I simply make more as I need it. I'll leave a link in the description box if you want to check it out and receive a discount. My husband decided once that he has a Friday shirt. Every Friday, he wears his favorite Hawaiian shirt that he bought on a trip with our oldest sons a few years ago. It's fun and perfectly represents casual Fridays. Unfortunately, it also meant that all the patrons at my son's school saw my husband in the same shirt every Friday night for football games until it became too cold and he switched his Friday shirt to something a little warmer. I decided once that I would utilize a capsule wardrobe. Now, this can look different for everybody. You can make up your own rules, but for me, that meant that I typically have 2 pairs of shoes per season. This doesn't include my farm boots or tennis shoes, which I use year-round. In the summer, I'll typically have 2 different pairs of sandals. One is more casual and one is dressier. In the winter, that means a pair of boots or booties and usually some ballet flats. Year-round, I typically have 2 different pairs of pixie pants from Old Navy, which are my favorite, maybe one in black and one in navy, and all of my tops coordinate with either of those 2 pairs of pants. I also have a few dresses for each season. Since I'm always at home on Mondays, I wear leggings, tennis shoes, and either a short-sleeve shirt or a hoodie. Another thing I did was have a color analysis done a year or 2 ago. I discovered I am a soft autumn. I immediately got rid of everything in my closet that wasn't in my color palette. It didn't look good on me anyways, and I paid to have this done. This also makes future shopping simple. If a top or a dress or some pants that I like are not in my color palette, I don't even bother trying them on. Having my colors done was a really fun treat. I'll leave a link to the person that I used in the description box. Some ways I've decided once with food are Thursday dinners have to be easy. We either use the Instant Pot or Crock Pot, or we have hot sandwiches. I'm away from home on Thursday evenings, so dinner has to be easy. This removes the guesswork of what's for dinner on Thursdays, and I'm not scrambling to get dinner on the table before I have to leave. Every Friday is pizza and movie night. Sometimes it's homemade pizza or calzones, but in particularly busy seasons, it's Papa John's every Friday. While we're eating, we go ahead and start the family movie. When that movie's over, the younger kids go to bed, and then we can pick something a little more action-packed for the big kids and the adults. I decided once that I would make the majority of our body products. Last year, I started making our own chapstick, bar soap, and tallow balm. We now even use the tallow soap for our shampoo as well, and it's amazing. No more wasteful body wash, 3 different types of shampoo, etc. One batch of chapstick lasts us all year, and I know it contains only a few clean ingredients. This also cuts back on wasteful packaging and reduces the chemicals that we're putting on our bodies. All of our hand soap dispensers are filled with water and Castile soap. About 2/3 of the way with water, 1/3 with Castile soap that you can buy from Walmart or Target, and you've got a good clean foaming hand soap that you refill as needed. We decided once with our children's chores. For about 10 years now, our children have had one main chore per week that they are responsible for. It rotates every Sunday, and this is a huge help to me. I decided early on what the most important areas were that I needed help, and that is what we assigned to the children. So the youngest 5 children that are still at home have one main chore per week, and those rotate between dishes, trash, kitchen and dining room floor, laundry room, and vacuuming the stairs and upstairs. Last, but certainly not least, I say yes to every meal train invitation I receive. Food and serving is my love language, so this is a no-brainer for me. I either bring salsa chicken with Spanish rice and all the fixings, or pork tenderloin, mashed potatoes, and salad. Both meals are nut-free and can easily be gluten-free or dairy-free as well if needed. Neither of them take a ton of time to make, and when I'm taking a meal to another family, mine's going to eat the same thing that night. Whether someone just had a baby, surgery, or maybe there was a death in the family, a home-cooked meal that you didn't have to make or clean up after is always a blessing. I hope this first video was inspiring to you and makes you look forward to the rest of the Lazy Genius principles. Again, I am linking below all of Kendra's wonderful resources, such as her books, her podcast, and her website. In the next video, we will explore principles 2 and 3, which are start small and ask the magic question. Thanks for watching.